What is going on, everyone? Welcome to LeatherfaceMTG, and on today's video we have a budget rogues mill deck. Yeah, rogues are taking over the standard meta, but what if we could keep it down on a budget? Keep it at one rare, maybe no rares. And as I played this, I noticed that the rares, of course, rares, mythics, all that would enhance it, but it actually isn't too bad without any of those. So this deck you're seeing right now actually only has one rare in it, and that is Thieves Guild Enforcer. One copy. Beefing that up will help out the deck, but if we took it out, it ain't going to hurt this particular build either. But let's go ahead and break it down. As you notice, we got quite a few 1-drops, quite a few 2-drops. 4 3-drops in total, and an Into the Story, as we're never going to drop it as a 7. It'll always end up being a 4-drop, but that's our big, I don't want to say a powerhouse card, but that's the largest mana cost card we're going to have, so we can draw 4 cards. We're running 19 lands. I wouldn't mind changing it. After playing it, I wouldn't mind changing it to 11 and 8 with the bumping up the island because we have so much blue, but let's go ahead and do a little breakdown. We've got 2 copies of Merfolk Secret Keeper. Really, we're only throwing it in there for the adventure feature where they'll mill 4 cards. Then later on, we can throw out a little 0-4 wall. That Merfolk Wind Robber's proven to be a pretty good card. A 1-drop flyer for 1. Whenever it deals combat damage to the opponent, they will mill a card. We also can sack him late game if needed or something just to draw a card, but right now, no need. We've got 3 copies of Opt, 3 copies of Ruined Crab, the card that pretty much, if you see this turn 1, they're going to try to get rid of it ASAP. Alright, so this one's a good one. Zulaport Duelist. It's a 1-drop, 1/1 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Its controller mills 2 cards. So, helps out with the mill. Early game, you flash it in, maybe turn 2 or 3, it could null attack heading your way. If you take the damage away from a death touch creature and you deal damage to it, you do not have any points of damage on your creature, so you won't die. Death touch is just null and void at that point. Little lesson I learned while I was playing this deck. We got Blood Chief's Thirst here for some removal. Of course, the Thieves Guild Enforcer, where it's a 1-drop, 1/1 with flash. Whenever Thieves Guild Enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. That is the whole reason it's in. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch. Very, very easy to get that ability activated. 3 Lofty Denials, 2 Negates, 2 Expedition Skulkers, 4 Heartless Axe, 4 Drown in the Loch, which is just it's the best well-rounded card in the deck. It's a 2-drop that can counter a spell equal or less than or equal to the number of cards in your opponent's graveyard, or it can destroy a target creature with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in their opponent's graveyard. We're milling away. We're not going to have a problem killing almost anything for 2 at this point. But here's the heart and soul of the deck, Soaring Thought Thief. 2-drop, 1/3 flyer with flash. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, rogues you control get +1/+0. Whenever 1 or more rogues you control attack, each opponent mills 2 cards. This is pretty much every opponent's worst enemy when you see a rogues deck. We got 2 Teferi's Tutelage in there. That definitely big time helps out on the mill. Nimana Sky Dancer, a 3-drop, 2/1 flyer with flash. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent mills 2 cards. We got Into the Story. As we said earlier, we're probably going to drop that as a 4-drop, and it will be our just simple draw 4 cards. Not a problem. Here's the land we're running. Here's the sideboard. Just a couple cards to kind of beef up if we need be. Xerath, a good one to throw in there. Maybe a 2 of. It's awesome. If you could actually use the ability where you know, for 2 colorless, a blue and a black. Return an unblocked attacking rogue you control to its owner's hand. Put Zareth Sand, the Trickster, from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Easy. You can't. There's no more blocker phase, so it's on there. It's tapped and attacking. You can't block it, so automatically, let's go to the next ability because it will trigger. When Zareth Sand deals combat damage to a player, you may put the target permanent card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. I mean, you're milling away. You're going to have so much options to choose from, and that's pretty much going to turn the tides for them. Another big one for the rogues is Brazen Borrower. I mean, it's probably the best rogue that's in the standard meta at the moment. It's a 3/1 3-drop flyer with flash, but it's got the blink ability for an adventure. It is exactly what you need in a blue-black deck. One of my favorite cards in the current, and out of Zendikar for sure, is Nighthawk Scavenger. This is a good card, and the fact that it's a rogue makes it that much better. It's a 3-drop flying, death touch, and lifelink, and Nighthawk Scavenger's power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. We're milling away. I don't have to explain that. We can drop a Nighthawk Scavenger turn 3 or 4, and it could be an easy 3/3 or 4/3. It's very possible. Those are just some possible options. I mean, obviously throw in a couple more Thieves Guild if you got some more rare wilds. Throw in some dual lands, scry lands, all that sort of thing. So the rest of the sideboard here, I just put in a couple of options as far as some removal, some control. That's really about it. This deck pretty much is all about flying over to deal damage and milling away with almost every card we play. So let's go ahead and see how I did. Let's get about 5 games, I believe, we played here. So let's go ahead and take a look, see how it did, and like, share, and subscribe to the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and let's get to the gameplay. Alright, let's take this one out for a test run here. We are on the draw. We've got plenty of lands open. Early game counters. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep. Alright, red deck wins and they're on the play. Let's see if we can outpace them here. Rid of ours right off the bat. Fire Prophecy. Let's go ahead and throw a swamp out. Let's go ahead and pass. Oh, well, they're hitting all their lands. We got a Fervent out. Oh, Raid Bombardment. All right. The new Cavalcade. This is going to be an interesting deck. Pass 2 attackers. Okay, let's let that resolve. They shoot at 1. We'll flash in the Soaring Thought Thief. And we'll block. Alright, we got rid of their Fervent Champion, so now let's go ahead and stick with, we could have a mill right off the bat. We could opt into something. Let's go to combat. We wanted a mill, got rid of an annex, that's a good one. Let's hit damage. We're going to go ahead and just end the turn, and we may end up having to negate or lawfully denial a spell here. Alright, they're going to go ahead and get a 1/1. Goblin Gathering, alright. They're going to get they're going to get 2, so let's go ahead and negate it. that plus raid bombardment's just a little too good for him. I'm going to go ahead and opt. Ooh, Drown the Lock is pretty good. But we have a Lofty Denial in our hand, so let's go ahead and pass on that. Well, we got the negate and an island, so. Pass that one out, and next to combat, swing in for the 1. Got rid of a Gathering and a Shock, so that's alright. Unfortunately, their Goblin Gatherings are building up in their graveyards, so we will have to keep that negate handy for them. It's a sorcery though, so that's good. The Trash Master. Well, easily go ahead and deny that one. They do not have the mana to pay for it, so. Cool. Take the 2. Not a big deal. Throw the island out. We do have, at the moment, enough to throw out the Sky Dancer and the Heartless Act, or negate, if need be. So let's go ahead and just swing in, because whenever one or more attack, so they do have 8 or more in the graveyard, so we'll get the +1/+0, so we're throwing a 3/1 flyer out there, which they will mill. So let's go ahead and go to combat. Swing in, have them mill 2. They lost another Dwarven Mind. Next to damage, we'll end the turn. End of their turn, we'll flash in a Sky Dancer. Need be, we'll negate or Heartless Act them. We'll resolve it. Their attackers. That's not a big deal, but alright, we'll resolve it. I don't really want to waste a Heartless Act on the 1/1, even though that is their bread and butter in that deck. We'll pass to blockers, we'll pass it. Alright, we'll go ahead and bring a Sky Dancer in. Have a mill 2. We'll go ahead and hang on to that heart. Let's just go right on ahead and get rid of that tunneler. Alright. We'll swing in for 5 in the air. They're losing quite a bit of their 1-drop damage. Oh, they should. Alright, we got a Thought Thief. We can flash him in. Actually, we will go ahead and do that right now. That way we can get the buffs on the other ones. And yeah, swing in 7. Maybe be milling 4 cards. Ooh, that's a big loss. We lost a Giant and a Torbrand. And we've got him down to 4. Alright, that is game. So, budget rogue mill ranks me up to bronze tier 1, and we're gonna go right into the next matchup here. Again, we're on the draw, but we've got enough early game control with creatures, so let's go ahead and keep it. Alright, looks like we're playing some Rakdos. Let's get the Wind Robber out. See if they go ahead and take care of it. Ooh! Bolted in a Shatter Skull, okay. Why would they bolt in the Shatter Skull to spike? Oh, hey. Alright, whatever. Alright, Boomerang. Come on ahead and mill 3 cards, so that actually helped me out. Man, I really could go ahead and destroy him, but pass to attackers. No 3 cards if you. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. Clean the board up. Well, we drew right into another one, so. Wow. They're only helping me out. We need to get these counter spells right here are going to be very handy. We'll let it go. We'll let it resolve. Let him know some cards for me. Turn. Alright. We'll swamp out. We'll let him know 4 cards. Croxa. So let's go ahead and pass it. We gotta keep that blue mana available. They're gonna go ahead and gain. Oh, there were zombies. Okay, go ahead and gain 2 life. Kept that one on top. Going out another Timere. They're tapped out. Let's go ahead and cancel it. We'll take the 4 and we're going into the next. We're going. Oh man, I completely misplayed that. Dang. Why did I do that? God, I had it all set up and everything, and I still managed to screw that, so. Well, they got to keep 3 cards because of my misplay, so. Let's go ahead and pass it on over.
I'll be even more powerful next time.
A counterspell. Library's 36. Before I screw anything up, that ruin crap's going down. And we'll go ahead and pass turn. Dang, I really wish I would have messed up the thing. I think he's gonna try Croxa again. No, he is crushing. Oh, okay. Double stomp the crab. Pass to attackers. Swinging in the 2. Let's go ahead and flash in there. If I do this right, that means he has no point of damage. So I can block there and here, and I should stay alive because he is not dealing me any damage. That is right. No death touch damage allowed. Next to combat, we'll swing in 1. And we'll go ahead and end that turn. He has 2 Croxes and 2 Bone Crushers. And plenty of cards in his graveyard, so let's go ahead and see what kind of bone drops that. Fortunately, we don't have the counter for it. Didn't give me a chance to even cast the instant, so. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that creature. No attacks. We definitely could use some flyers. They're gonna throw Crocs right back out. No cards in hand. Can we get lucky enough to draw? No, we got the lofty denial though. Alright. So they've got a Croxa, they've got... Oh, we got Rankle. We are 100. We don't have a flyer though, so they're going to have to pay one, and they've easily got that one. Yeah, that was easy for him. We got an expensive deck. Croxa. Ooh, he does have these. Yeah, he served his purpose. Oh, I can't block the flyer. And he will choose. Chose to discard a card. Nope, I don't know what he chose. I'm getting mana flooded, so got a bone for double bone crushes. Alright, we don't have a board though. And that's game. Yeah. Well, that's a good Rakdos mid-range deck. So let us see what deck's coming up next. Alrighty, on to the next one here. Similar starting hand, but we don't have early game creatures. But we do have a Soaring Thought Thief for turn 2. I'm very much down to keep. Let's see what we got. Jessica Chu. Passing. I'm tempted to keep the op just so we can help out Teferi's tutelage. Let's go ahead and keep it. We're doing all of it anyways. Go ahead and pass. Throwing out a swamp and an island with no play. Boot Nipper. Well, it's gonna end. We'll let it resolve. They can choose Death Touch or Lifelink, and they choose Lifelink. No big deal on that one. Flashing the Soaring Thought Thief. And now we drew into that land. There we go. I feel like they don't even need to gain life. Let's go ahead and... You're gone. Ooh, cancel. He does technically have a counter because it's a lifelink counter. Okay. I can remove it, but Let's go ahead and get the tutelage out. Once we get that graveyard full, then we can get something going. Let's definitely keep the Thought Thief. And let's throw out the negate. We got a better one right there. Multi. Oh, what we got there? Okay. We got a mutate going on. Ooh, there we go. Get rid of the egg, get rid of another heron. Hopefully we can go ahead and get this boot nipper taken care of real quick. Ooh, Pollywog Symbiote. We'll take 2. Enable now, mill 2. Pollywog Symbiote. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has mutate. So we definitely have to learn mutate. When you cast a creature spell, if it has mutate, draw a card, then discard a card. Alright. Well, oh man, I don't know. I'm really thinking that we need to get rid of something on the board. So let's go ahead and all attack. Have a mill. Done. Next to blockers. Next to damage. They'll take the 2, and we can kill the Pollywog. We can drown in the lock something, but I think we're going to need to opt into the Heartless Act. He's tapped out, so let's go ahead and keep the plan going. Put 1 pile in your hand, the other into your graveyard. Resolve. Divide cards into a pile. Let's throw the, we're done. You want 2 swamps or an island? Alright. Take 2 swamps. We'll pass to the attackers. We'll go ahead and Heartless out the Pollywog. Pass the blockers, pass the damage. We'll go ahead and gain 2 and we'll opt. Yeah, we could definitely use that island. And they'll go ahead and we'll have to draw. Now we can go ahead and drown the Atticus, but just in case they've got something else going on, let's go ahead and attack. We're getting rid of a lot of their mutate creatures here. And for 2 again. And we'll go ahead and end that turn, because we can easily flash in a Soaring Thought Thief as well as drown anything they need to cast. Alright, C-dash. They're going to go ahead and add 2 mana in and maybe play a Lofty Denial. Okay, they're adding 3. What do we got? Oh well. They've lost it. We'll go ahead and take that 5. could throw this in. Yep, I'm gonna flash it in. I'm gonna block the boot nipper. Draw a card, go ahead and have a mill. Throw the swamp down. Have a mill 4. And I should just go right on ahead and take it. Keeper. I'll flash in the Sky Dancer. And next to combat, I'll be swinging 6 overhead. And we're going to be milling 4. So their deck's at 21. We'll end the turn. We're going to be milling 2 more. Ooh, what we got? Underworld Sentinel. That's not too bad. We got plenty of cards in their graveyard for them to exile, so we definitely need to, I'm not going to let it die, but we definitely need to get that card off the field. We need to get the Artist, because it has a menace. There's no blocking it. We'll go ahead and pass the blockers. I could have flashed that in and had it kill him. I really should have done that. That was a big mistake for me. Huh. I could have actually killed Atreus. But we're about, looks like we're really close to milling him out. Oh, and another Frostbeast. Alright, next to combat. Another mess up on my end. Should have thrown him out. He would have been milling 2, 4, 6. Dang it. He would have been down to 10 cards had I played Soaring Thought Thief before I attacked. I guess I could. It's too late to flash him in. He can't block, so he's going to be taking the 10. We got lethal next turn. Oh, I forgot all about that wizard. My bad. Let's flash them. That way, they can get 3 extra damage in. And we'll just go right on ahead and swing in lethal next turn. Mill-wise, we could have had them down. Okay. 1. They can swing 7 and put us down to 3, but we have lethal swinging in the air next turn. They can flash in the serpent, but it's not gonna block a flyer. They gotta have anything. No, they're gonna go ahead and exile cards from my graveyard to return it to their hand. Okay, they're gonna exile a creature card from their graveyard. They got me down to 3. And I drew. And they mill. go ahead and swing in. So a double mill. Good game. We got down to 5 cards in the library. And just swung overhead with the flyers. So that was a mill kill game. And we didn't get one rare card onto the field. That's cool. Alright, let's see if we can rank up in this one. We've got an island and a swamp. We are on the play, so that's really cool because we can flash in. No reason really. We got the Merfolk Wind Robber, a Soaring Thought Thief. I mean, come on. If we have a starting hand with an island and a swamp and a Soaring Thought Thief and one drop, I mean, this is ideal for us. Plus we've got removal. Let's see what Bad Wolf 45 has. He's going to read the Wind Robber, and he's probably going to get rid of it as soon as he can. Best thing about this is no need to do that. Next to combat, swing, have a mill. Lost a land on that one, and we'll flash in a Soaring Thought Thief at the end of next turn. Double black. And the Thought Thief comes out. Oh, and another one. Even stuck on 2 lands, we can play any card except the Sky Dancer. So we just got to play him right. Let's go ahead and move to combat. We could have double milled him. Nice. Well, let's end turn. Could have went more aggressive with the mill by throwing Thought Thief out before we all attacked, but I want to see it just in case they get rid of I want to see what they have in hand. They haven't even gotten anything off the ground. So right now they're going to go ahead and kill the Thought Thief. Let it resolve. They threw away a card, drew one. Pass to attackers. Let's throw another Thought Thief back. Alright. Next to combat, do it all over again. Have a mill 2, swing in for 2, have a mill another. Getting rid of those warmongers. Now we've got the perks. Let's go ahead and end that turn if need be. We can kill any creature they drop. We can flash in with the report if they don't drop a creature. Okay. They're going to play that to get 2. That's not a big deal at all. Resolve. Swing in for 1. The Piper. Okay. I'm not seeing any rats, but before we even get them out, let's go ahead and get rid of the Piper. Pass the blockers, pass the damage, take the 1, and yeah, let's go ahead and kill that Piper. And now it's my turn. Alright, we got our 3rd land. We can flash in the Sky Dancer, which means you'll mill 2. Man. I feel like throwing out the Zealoport whenever we can block one of their creatures and kill it will be a better, more beneficial tactic for the field. So let's go ahead and swing on the 4 in the air. Have a mill 2 and 3rd when this deals damage. Getting rid of some lands, getting rid of a few creatures. Not bad. Alright. And we will go ahead and end turn. And next turn, during their turn. Alright, we got the Discordant Piper. Dies creating 0-1. We'll resolve that. Pass to attackers. And we'll go ahead and get rid of let's go ahead and get rid of the red creature. So he'll get -2, -0. And he sacked him. Okay. I'll resolve it. We'll pass to blockers. No blocks. We'll take the 1. And we'll pass. Oh, Serrated Scorpion. Alright. Resolve it. And that's awesome. That Ruined Crab's cool and all, but we don't have lands. Now I will throw it to the bottom and I will draw 2 cards and they will both be lands. I will actually keep it on top just because I know my luck. But now that I did it, it won't work out. And it didn't. But we did get Drown in the Loch, so. I can't throw the crab out. And then I can keep Drown in Loch in hand. But I could also throw that Sky Dancer out because we're going to need we can get the Rogue buff. I mean, there's 14 in the graveyard, so. Let's go ahead and next to combat, swing in the air. Have a mill the 3 after this does damage. And in the turn, because next turn we throw this out at the end of his and we have lethal in the air. If he throws out any aerial. Ooh. We need to counter that. We need to counter that because we need that Thought Thief on the field. Alright. Now let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Feel free to attack out. No attacks. Okay. My turn. Oh, double crabs. Well. Oh, we got 32. Let's try this tactic. Let's get the flyer on the field. So he can mill cards. If he's got any sort of, he's got something in store. He needs to mill 2. There's some lands. We're moving to combat. We're swinging in the air. He's milling 2 more. And he's gonna mill 1 more once this hits. We'll end the turn, pass it over to him, and see if he can do anything about keeping my creatures out of the air. 2, 4. Past the blockers. No blocks. Alright, good game. Alright, he gains 2 life. Not a bad idea. Throwing 2 at me. He'll draw 2 cards. Will they be the cards he needs? Two shocks will work. Heartless Act. He's got plenty of mana to play some things, but okay. Sacks another one, creates the token, and draws 2 more cards. And Liliana Stanbear. Okay, he gets to draw some more cards. Yep, 2 more. Alright, now it's my turn. He couldn't do anything with the aerial assault, so stuck on 3 lands the whole game. And we'll end it by throwing out some double crabs. So I have 1 rare in this deck, and I have not pulled it in any of these games. So it's only there to spice things up, but this deck with just commons, uncommons is very doable. Alright, we're in silver now. Let's see what Budget Rogues does in there. So we don't have any blue source of mana. We're going to have to mull down. Ooh, we still don't have any source of blue mana. This is worse. We are on the draw though, so let's go ahead and keep the 6. Keep the 6, and I'm thinking throwing the tutelage. Yeah, that sounds doable. And we've had lucky draws up until now, so let's see how this deck operates with no turn 1. Or even, well, we do have a turn 2 play at least, because we have the Skulker, but we don't, she does not have Death Touch, because we don't have another rogue. And we only have 1 counter or removal, and it needs blue. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, looks like we're facing some rogues ourselves, so let's see if we can keep up with them. Oh man, they've got the perfect 1-2 punch. They just get rid of them. No, they didn't. They didn't help us though. Cards in their graveyard, getting ready to go to 6, and I know we're going to end up losing a Murkwater Pathway. Cool. I know we're going to end up losing an island, and we really could use an island. This is the spicy of there's the only rare we got, and there's an island. Oh, we are backtracking big time on this one. Let's go ahead and pass. And we're on our back heels right now because this is not working out in our favor. Were they gonna flash in Brazenbrower? Brazenbrower. I'm mispronouncing that the whole time. Go ahead, Milton. Ah, second in hand. If we don't get blue mana, then we're... Oh, okay, we got an island. We got something. Unfortunately, we got really nothing worthwhile. So we can drown that Thought Thief. And we can throw out the Skulker. And hopefully we can climb back into this game. Especially if we hit double islands. Okay, double pathways on this field. And a ramble. I wonder what they're gonna choose. Each player discards a card. Each player loses 1 life and draws a card. Each player sacks a creature. I have a sneaky suspicion. I know exactly what he's gonna choose. Oh, we got another swamp. That's not that cool. So we can throw out the Thought Thief. And we can throw out the... God, we needed another island so bad. And we can actually get rid of that Rankle. Let's just pass so we can throw flash double rogues out. And give the buff. Another Soaring Thought Thief. Come on. Playing against the same deck you're playing as they have the mythics and rares. It's just so not fun. Yeah, might as well. Pass to attackers. We'll resolve it. Didn't lose an island at least, so let's go ahead and bring the Skylancer in. You got a mill too. Too shy of what I need you to. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we'll block. Because double block and Rankle can put him out. Which I think is what we might have to do. Because we can take care of that, but Rankle's still the problem. Double block. And only take the 2. Which means we'll have to... Yeah, we all traded it. I'll mill another. Oh, there's an island. If I don't draw an island this turn, I'm real screwed. Oh, okay. I have hope. I'll have to flash that one in. Alright. So, they got a Brazen Borrower that can get flashed in, but pass to attackers. Thought Thief's coming in. We'll have to mill the 2. Flash in the Duelist. And it makes it. Soaring Thought Thief gets the -2. So it's an 0-3 in the air. And we'll pass to blockers. No blockers. No damage. Okay. And they get to put Zareth and the Trickster on the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Huh. I fell right into that trap. Let's see what he's gonna take. That is a real good rare to have. Well, he's taking his time. A Thieves Guild Enforcer. But the only one I have. Well. There. Move to combat, swing 1 in the air. Got rid of an island. I don't really think they're all that screwed on islands, but another Thieves Guild. Okay. Milling. Oh, there goes my removal. There goes more removal and some land. And why not have a Thought Thief come in? There goes some very nice looking islands and a little hard to watch. Mill 2 more. Might as well. I have to block. My turn, and I drew a Thought Thief. Well, they do have more than 8, so at least that'll be a 2-1 and a 2-3. Let's go ahead and pass it, flash this in, and see what they end up attacking with. I'll just throw the Thought Thief out now because it doesn't even matter. Might as well. Let's go ahead and mill some more. Let's go ahead and mill some more. the field and destroys my own brother. Good game. Good game. Block the damage. There we go. Went on a 3 to 4 game winning streak, but seeing the beefed up version of my own deck proved that I cannot get past it. Alright. Not bad, not bad. It is a budget deck, so let's go ahead and go to closing and take a look at the deck one more time. Alright, well, what I've noticed that this deck is pretty solid. No, with just straight up uncommons and commons alone. We've got enough aerial damage that people can't block it enough. We've got enough removal and counters that we can keep our own, hold our own on our side of the board, and we've also got plenty of mill. The things that we could definitely use if we were to upgrade some of these, a couple more Thieves Guild Enforcers wouldn't hurt at all, especially throwing out more rogues. Going in here to our sideboard, throwing 2 Zareth Sands out there, easy addition. I also think this Nighthawk Scavenger would be a huge help into this because it's rogue, it's lifelink, flying, death touch. I mean, it's just a powerhouse, in my opinion, because as we mill them, we can make this creature stronger. Of course, Brazen Borrower's proven to be a huge one of them, if not the most. I think it's probably the best rogue in the standard meta at the moment. Nighthawk's awesome, but Brazen Borrower is it's got 2 good abilities. It's a 3-drop, 3/1 flyer with flash. But at first, you've got a 2-drop blink adventure feature in it. That's an instant. It's crazy good. But throw some more. You can also throw some more, I guess, removal and control cards in it as well. But yeah, we've noticed that Soaring Thought Thief is just a key piece in this entire deck. I running 19 land wasn't bad because all of our drops are pretty much 3 and under. I think maybe throwing another island in and dropping a swamp might actually be a benefit because we got so much blue and black is literally just splashed in. But when we got good opening hands, we were cooking with fire. We were definitely on the roll. So yeah, if anybody out there wants to take this for a test run or tweak it a little bit, throw out any recommendations, go ahead and feel free to comment on the post. Comment if you even build it yourself, tweak it, make it better, throw in the rares and mythics. Just let me know what you guys are playing out there. And thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you again on the next one.